All right, so team coverage continuing here with our first nor'easter of the season. Of course, a great picture sent by Kathy out of where you can see again the snow changeover has already taken place there, and it's coming down pretty quickly. So for some of us, the changeover will take place later on this morning. Some of us still receiving rain here, especially in the valley, but we can anticipate to see the change to snow between 10 and 2 p.m. today. Of course, milder temperatures, right? So that snow is heavy and wet in nature. This is not going to be light, fluffy snow. As Deanne keeps saying, it's going to be that pasty snow, and that, of course, can cause power outages, especially when it's coupled with wind gusts upwards of 30, 40 miles an hour. So for today, just keep in mind, it's not going to be pleasant. Whether you're getting heavy rain or, heavy wet snow, of course, we've got the wind gusts in play as well, decreased visibility. Temperatures will keep going down as the day goes on. So if you've already switched to snow, it's likely that you'll be staying as snow. And then tonight, we'll see gradual clearing as the night goes on, but the wind is still in play, gusts of 30 miles per hour overnight with a sustained breeze of 10 to 20 miles an hour. Temperatures dipping into the 20s, so we'll see refreezing occur and a potential for black ice. It really is just advised to stay at home if at all possible. So at this point, if things continue, this is looking to be the more likely of the two scenarios that will have a widespread snow throughout western Massachusetts really by the earlier part of the afternoon. That will stick with us as the day goes on, and of course snow will start tapering off in terms of how heavy it is in nature. As the evening progresses, we could switch back to rain briefly here, and then flurries, of course, as we start to clear out on the tail end of this in the pre-dawn hours heading into Sunday. With that, we have up the snowfall totals. It's looking more likely that this band of heavy snow is going to shift a little bit more to the west, since some of these areas here in eastern Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties are already seeing the changeover to snow. We've also made the gap here smaller in Springfield metro area, where amounts were expected to be a little bit less. So I would expect, and you can of course anticipate, to end up with totals here on the higher end of these ranges, with Worcester County still looking to be the jackpot. And of course, the breezes are starting to pick up, but the heaviest of the wind is still on its way. We can head outside to meteorologist Dan Brown, who's going to give us an update on what things are looking like outside right now. Dan, still no umbrella, so good for you right now, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? I got rid of the umbrella. I have the hat now. And you know what? Even in the last 5 minutes, we are starting to see some flakes mix in, even here in Springfield. I mean, it's probably still about 85% rain, but starting to see those big flakes mix in, and that transition now starting to happen even here in Springfield. And that's going to continue to occur as we go through the morning. And by this afternoon, it'll be the snowfall. But there's not just the snow and the rain that we're contending with. It's the fact that the winds are going to start to pick up, especially as we get into the afternoon, late afternoon and evening, and even behind the storm system as it begins to pull away. And because the snow is heavy and wet in nature, and you couple that with strong gusty winds, the impacts in terms of power outages look to be fairly high, especially in eastern Hampden County, towns like Palmer, Munson, Brimfield, Holland, and Wales, where you're getting more snow and the winds will be a little bit stronger on into Worcester County. That's where we have the greatest chance of seeing some of those power outages later this afternoon as we go into the evening. Winds will be to 35, but with the snow, that makes it problematic. The strongest winds will actually be across eastern Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and the islands. And that's where they have high wind warnings and wind advisories that are in effect. Even as the storm moves away tonight into tomorrow, the wind swings around into the northwest, and it will still be blustery. So as we dry out tomorrow, it's cold. We're in the 30s, and when you factor in the wind, it'll feel like it's in the 20s. So the rain coming down now, but we're starting to see some of these flakes mixing in here in Springfield, and conditions are going to go downhill, certainly, as we head into the afternoon. So, Lena, certainly a big difference compared to yesterday. Can you believe we got into the mid-50s yesterday afternoon?
Absolutely, and I can see the flakes accumulating on your jacket now. So thanks so much for that great update and information, Dan. Of course, like you said, things going downhill today, but the good news is, of course, once we get past this storm, tomorrow's going to be blustery and chilly, but plenty of sunshine and still on the breezy side. And then, of course, the rest of the week looking to be relatively dry and quiet, but chilly temperatures not making it out of the 30s through the middle part of this week. That's it for weather for now, everyone. Let's head on over to Briseda and see what news updates she has for you.